Hello everybody, let's have a quick look at the futures market for this month. Let's start with the DX, the US dollar index. So we're off to our target for US dollar strength here. We're more or less halfway through. So dollar strength, this is an S1 short failure pattern, and this target is locked in now. So dollar strength means that the commodities come under pressure. We'll see that in just a minute. But let's first have a look here at the US equities. Here the ES future, the S&P. We had we have well, the bulls have tried to break higher, right? Well, they failed. What we have here is an S1 pattern long, and well, it failed. It looks like as it failed, and if a long pattern fails, well, that has a lot of down pressure. And looking 2 time frames higher, well, it looks like we have quite a bit more room to go, right? Down to meet at least the 21 moving average. That would just be a healthy pullback within this uptrend. This would not negate an uptrend. It could go even much lower, but the 21 touch is a healthy pullback, and it looks like this was an exhaustion high pullback within the overall downtrend. Now let's have a look at the commodities here, starting with gold. So gold, I outlined that already in previous videos. So gold is at a very important level here. Well, that's a consolidation, and we're at these big lows. So these are stop run lows. A lot of people have stops here, right? And if these stops get triggered, well, these are sell signals, and then there's a further selling pressure. Well, then we might actually drop quite a bit, right? So where are the next logical levels? Well, it's here the midline of this long S2 pattern and the 200 moving average. So we might drop down here, and this could be like a 1 month, one big red bar, or a series of 2 red bars. We should get there pretty quickly. Like on a quarterly chart, it looks pretty healthy, right? We're coming back to test the 21 moving average after that long signal down here at around 1,400. The last thing is, well, we need a washout here, it looks like, right? It seems it does not hold. We're here really going already slightly beyond these critical levels, and we might see some downside action happening here. Now let's have a look at some other metals. Palladium. So palladium is in a bit of a different situation. It already had quite a strong move higher from 500 to 3,500 more or less. So palladium, after such a big move, right? That's a momentum move where we're looking for a consolidation, and that's what we see right now here on the monthly chart. It's in the making. Looks like an S1 in the making. Well, this will take another maybe another like 10 months, 1 year or a bit more to complete. This is a bullish sign, right? After such a strong up move, that it consolidates on a horizontal line and finds support. Well, that's pretty bullish. Let's have a quick look at HG. That's a copper chart. Now, copper as well is in a has triggered a buy signal down here. That's an S1 consolidation. It has tried to break the consolidation high. Well, that's always important, right? To break a consolidation high. This triggers more momentum. Well, we already had quite a big, and the bulls got exhausted, could not break the high. So what we see, if bulls cannot go higher, well, the bears take over and push it lower. And where to? Well, again here, right into the logical levels of support, which is the 21 moving average here on the quarterly, and here it comes back to the 200 as well. On the weekly, it comes back to the 200. So this is where it finds support now, and it can go even slightly lower. Well, that depends on the DX, the US dollar index as well, how the dollar develops. Now let's have a look at the energies. Crude oil. Crude oil has been in a strong up move too, after this crashing to below the $10 per barrel. Well, that has triggered a buy signal too. Now we're meeting heavy resistance here, price resistance on the quarterly chart. Well, we have met our target, and now as well here we are in consolidation mode. We have spiked the 200 and now we are basically pulling back, and we see as well here a horizontal pattern forming that could develop into an S1, which will take a couple of more months to develop, or we could even drop down to this level, the prior entry level of this long signal. So we might get surprised that that energies go down quite a bit for whatever reason. That's just what the chart tells us. Now let's have a look at gasoline. Gasoline had a big run up too here based on an S1 pattern, very clear signal on the quarterly chart. We had made our stop run move right higher, exhausted, and now we're pulling back. So everything screams for pulling back, right? And this is triggered by and fueled by the US dollar index getting stronger and stronger. Now, natural gas is basically one of those commodities that is lagging, that is entering late into these overall uptrends. And this is this is gas, right? We are in a bottoming formation. The bulls could not break here on the daily. That's a consolidation that is important. They could not definitely break this level. So now as well here we're pulling back. We have some resistance from the 200. So whenever there's a reversal like this, right, after a long downtrend, well, it takes a bit of fight, right, of struggle. And well, this is in line with all other commodities. Now let's have a last look at the 5-year T note, US T note, the ZF future contract. So this is in a long uptrend, long and strong uptrend, meaning that the yields are really low, right? But what we had seen here during the last 2 years basically is a sell-off. So that means yields are going up. Well, we had this really strong down pressure, right? And we expected quite a bit of a bounce, right? Bounce back into the moving average somewhere here. Well, the bounce was very shallow. Here sitting on support. Bounce is very shallow. Well, that tells us something about the strength of the bears, right? And if we break this low right here, well, we should see basically, hell break loose, right, on the interest rates, because then we are in free fall territory, and the next logical level of support basically is the 200 moving average. Well, down here, well, if we drop into this free space area, well, we'll read about it in the news, right? This will make the news, and let's see. As you know, you can trade futures long and short, and there are always opportunities, whatever direction you look at. So it seems like the interest rate futures are about to change trend too, and we're looking for higher yields in the many years to come. Thank you.